And here we are, the 83rd episode of Kramer and Jess Uncensored.
83.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, that's a lot of episodes.
Appreciate every last one of you tuning in. Basically, just our family and friends.
I hope not. I hope it's not my family and friends.
Pretty sure my college radio show had more listeners than this podcast.
Better not be my family and friends.
Not this one. Not this show. Yeah, in case you're new to the Uncensored podcast, we do have a few set of rules you need to know before you enter the room, which is what, Jess?
Yeah, this is like the close friends feature on Instagram. And if you're not on anyone's close friends, that's why that means some people are being shady. They don't want you to see it. So whenever we want to be shady, we talk about it here.
These are definitely the shadiest of the stories, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It all happens right here. Just know there could be bad words in this podcast. The content is never quality, usually trash.
And if you are our family and friends and know who we're speaking about, don't go and tell the person who we're speaking about that we're speaking about them.
We have to trust this as a safe place. So just know it's what you're entering into.
Yeah.
Hassan's back this week. What up, Hassan? Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, man. He's our newest producer of the show, and he is a joy to have in this world.
Really?
Yes.
Am I really though?
You
Yes.
are. No, you're actually a great addition to the show. We really enjoy your energy.
See, now I don't believe that
Really?
because
Okay.
y'all threw hella shade yesterday.
Oh, but who started that shade though?
You did.
No.
Yes,
bitch.
y'all do.
Oh, Kramer, pull up the receipts because I'm using my phone, please.
Oh, please. I have the text messages all right here.
Listen to me, Hassan. Listen to me, Hassan.
Yes.
Listen.
go ahead.
I will
Listen,
never, ever start a fire with you. But if you want to throw some shit, I will retaliate.
Y'all threw
And
the
you
shade.
started it.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I'll read it as it was spoken. By the way, we do the show on YouTube, and we'll say hi to all of our YouTube friends.
Hi, YouTube friends.
That have hopped on here. Erica is here. Hello, Erica. Good morning. And Rosa's joined us today. And Megan is here. She said, please help me get through the rest of my morning.
Yes, girl.
We got you.
We can't. We're going to try.
We're barely getting through ours.
I don't know if I can get through the rest of my morning. So don't use me for this. Okay. Here's what happened yesterday.
Let me set the scene as well. So the show, we're finishing up. We're doing all of our after show duties.
10:53
Correct.
a.m.
We're minding Kramer and I are minding our own damn business.
Mhm.
Now, you should know this. Hassan, one of his duties is he's the one that produces the on-demand show every day. So he takes the show and then he puts it up on the interwebs.
That way everyone can listen to it.
Which, by the way, quick side note, did a little research this week. Only 25% of people that listen to Uncensored listen to On Demand. So I don't know why that is. It's like you like us better here, but not the radio versions of us.
I could totally understand that.
I would actually like some feedback.
I like myself here better as well. So
If you listen,
not mad at you.
if you listen to Uncensored, but you don't listen to On Demand,
Tell us what.
I'm super curious of why. Because only 20. Again, that seems like a really small amount. Like
Actually,
if
don't tell me why. I know why. Why
No,
would you?
I no genuinely. I'm just a field survey I want to do. So it message me, DM me, that guy Kramer. I'm just kind of curious. Okay, so Hassan apparently now at this point, 10:53 is putting together the best of or the on-demand show for the day.
And
right?
thank you to him for that because we need him for that.
We do. It's very important.
It is.
10:53. We're sitting here minding our own business because Hassan works from home some days. So he's working from home, minding your own business.
Yes.
Hassan.
Sure did. I said this.
After listening to the show, all I got to say is the youngest child, y'all sound like the babies of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Stop hating that y'all are not the favorite. LOL.
Yep.
Bro, what do you mean? How did we start this fight?
How did you not start that?
You literally just started the
it
fight.
It wasn't
Y'all
good
kept
morning.
complaining about it.
But you
Wait. I did. Oh, no, I did say good morning that day. I did say good
No,
morning
you
that
did
day.
not.
No, not that
yes,
day.
I did. That's all the same day.
Did
My
he?
phone fell on the ground,
Yes.
so I don't know.
Oh.
That was the exact same day because I sent a picture of a text message because I didn't know how to respond.
It's true.
Stop. People, our friends on YouTube, if you received that text from someone, would you take that as shade or would you take that as a nice text you received from a coworker of yours? How would you receive that?
It sounds like he wanted the smoke.
Yeah, you were
But-
asking for it.
Y'all only care that side because that's the only written proof that it is, and I will take that. I have no problem taking that. But if y'all heard the episode throughout in this whole entirety, since y'all brought that segment up, y'all was like, the youngest always get in trouble,
was the
but
topic.
they play favorites.
We
blah, blah,
said-
blah, blah, blah.
Hassan is the youngest, if you couldn't
If you
tell.
couldn't
Oh yeah,
tell.
I have no problem admitting that.
With
Well,
the-
granted, it's only me and my brother, but yeah, I'm the youngest.
The
I don't have a
topic
problem with
was the youngest kid is always the favorite.
Right.
And like
Mhm.
Jess and
that. And
I
y'all
were
kept
debating.
harping on that.
This man over here. First off, the show. I honestly.
We
I
talked
didn't-
about that 3 hours ago
And I could not give less damns about that.
at 10:15.
The second that like the show is like
When
that-
it's
when that
10:15, don't
segment's
bring
over-
up old shit.
over.
I have no business. That is one of the biggest rules in my life. Do not bring up old shit.
That brain cell is fried.
I'm done.
Like, it's
Okay.
over. So-
And what was the next response from us?
That's exactly what you said. It was like,
No.
Oh, go ahead.
We are doing receipts. Okay, so we received
Okay.
that text message from Hassan. What happens next, Kramer?
So I send but I'm gonna leave my memes out. Just know in between every single one
no,
of
leave
these
your memes
conversations.
because you're also throwing little flames
I'm
to the
literally
shit.
okay. So my
he's the
first one,
instigator.
He's
my
like,
first one is Tanisha from Bad Girls Club that just puts her hands up like boy bye.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Jess then steps in with, I don't think we asked for your opinion, which by the way, super rude. Way ruder than him.
Thank you.
He was at a 6,
Thank
you were at a 10.
you.
To be fair.
No,
Thank you.
No, if you're gonna start out as sassy, then I'm gonna meet your sassy.
You did. You went over it, and then at that point, I met your sassy because you could have tell by Kramer's,
Even though you started.
Okay.
I met your sassy.
Can I also just say, of course, like this is play. I mean, this
Oh
is
yeah,
playful.
yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine this is like a real work situation
No.
and any of this went down?
We don't
Like,
take each other. Yeah.
No,
like
oh, God,
imagine
no.
imagine somebody you work with put back, I don't think we asked for your opinion.
right?
Tell me this is a toxic workplace without telling me this is a toxic
After
workplace.
he says, y'all just mad that I'm like, the fuck? It's 10:15.
And this is why we like Hassan. Like literally, dudes worked here for 3 weeks or whatever. Like just already stepping up with the smoke, which I appreciate, by the way.
Yeah,
I love it.
same. Same.
I love it.
That's why I gave it to you if I didn't think you could handle it.
Oh yeah.
I sent back another emoji. It was the guy that looks like, I'm so proud of myself for saying what I just said. And the guy runs in front. I'm like, ah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
one. Send
yeah.
that back. So Hassan then responds back with, too bad you got it, sis.
Yeah.
After, now again, imagine any other workplace.
Any other workplace.
Imagine any other workplace.
Any other workplace. He would have sent an email to HR. Instead, he called me sis.
Like, done.
And yeah.
Jess then responds back with bye. Very passive aggressive,
No,
shutting down a
And
conversation.
again, I was like, bye. I wasn't going to continue.
no,
yeah,
no.
honestly, yeah, for real.
No.
That could have been the end of it.
No, that could have been the end.
That
of, that
really
was
could have
me.
been.
That was me.
That
being
really
like,
could have been the end
That
of
was
it.
me being like,
But-
I bitch. I'm gonna continue with my morning. That was me.
The only reason why I send a reply after that bye is Kramer with the meme.
Okay, so I sent another meme, like, ooh, like shocked, like, whoa. After Jess said
Like,
bye, I'm like,
honestly,
No,
that
whoa.
could've-
Kramer is the instigator.
She
He
shut
wants
it down.
to see it.
I was.
If he didn't send that meme, I probably wouldn't have responded.
Yeah.
But my response was perfect. though.
Then Hassan says, it's okay that we got, it's okay that we, the youngest, got all the love and y'all got nothing. Like,
And
why?
nothing was in all caps, by the way.
Oh yeah, perfectly.
And it's then Jess, okay,
That's my
y'all.
mic drop. But then just ended it.
Jess, no, that could have been it. Jess could have been the more mature, responsible person in the situation.
What?
No.
As a senior of this radio program, I feel like you could have been the mature and just let it. Meanwhile, I'm over here, y'all. I'm working my ass off trying to get the goddamn radio show off the ground, but not here nor there. These two are just going back and forth. Jess then responds back with, "We don't take remote opinions. You can share your thoughts when you come in, not 3 hours after the topic is done." Sunglasses emoji.
Yes.
I said, "Ooh, that's cold." Jess responds back with Rihanna rolling the window up. And then Hassan says, "True, but it's not my fault. My hours." Y'all, this could have gone on for days.
It really could have.
I thont one of y'all must have died because one of y'all shut up eventually. So I was like, okay, that's it. Anyway, that's another introduction to Hassan. You can see how this is going to go. It's going to be really, really good. Can we talk really quick? We're going to talk in a couple of minutes about Jess wanting to unfollow her family on social media, and is it worth it or not? Before we do, though, I want to talk to you guys about sex injuries. We were talking, this took a whole separate turn today, and this is the kind of the point of the Uncensored podcast, is that we can kind of go into more stories we probably couldn't go into on the radio, probably shouldn't go into on the radio. Topic on the radio was, I wrote it down specifically, but it was, in case you wonder how a radio show is prepped, it's on sticky
Post-its,
notes,
yeah.
literally sticky notes right in front of me. The topic was, when did you have to seek medical help after a vacation?
No.
was
Have
it?
you ever had to seek medical help due to a injury that you got when you were drunk?
That's while you were drunk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because Jess, your story was what?
That I've injured my Achilles heel currently in physical therapy because I got too drunk at Disney and I hurt myself.
Jess literally is in physical therapy right now because she hurt herself while drunk. Okay, you could have stopped there. It's already bad enough.
Yeah.
At Disney World,
Drinking around the world
just takes the cake.
at
So
Epcot. Maybe
now-
maybe don't have a drinking around the world option if you don't want people to hurt themselves.
literally over here trying to just stay afloat from her drunken injury, which was a
You
month
know?
ago, still not healing. Welcome to 30, by the way.
Thank you.
Let me take this is one of the calls that we got, and here. Oh wait, hang on, that's not gonna play. Here it
when
is.
you were Julie in Colombia, you accidentally had an injury when you were drunk.
I did. So this was about more than 10 years ago when I was in my 20s. I had sex while I was drunk with a tampon in. And at the time,
no!
so the next morning I was like, wait, did I take that out? Oh, I must have taken it out. And then 2 weeks later, I realized something was going on.
Yeah.
Something was not right up there. So I called my OBGYN to make an appointment because I was just going to be like, hey, something's up there and I can't get it out.
Yes.
Luckily, it came out on its own. And
Okay.
I canceled the appointment. So I didn't actually see a doctor for the reason, but I made an appointment to go see a doctor for the reason.
Yeah, so you attempted to seek medical attention, but you were able to solve the issue on your own, thankfully.
I did it. I did, yes. It made its way out on its own 2 weeks later.
And we're all okay now. Everything's good.
And I've never made that mistake again.
All right. Thank you
God.
so much.
That would
All
make
right,
me
have a
wanna
good
stop
day.
drinking, by the way.
One of my biggest fears, by the way, is being intoxicated and having a tampon in and then putting in
Forgetting
another
about
one at the same time
two
because
tampons.
two tampons, or forgetting about it for whatever dumb reason because my friend did that. My friend forgot about a tampon for like a week and a half or 2 weeks.
How?
I know.
Again, I don't have a vagina, so I don't know how this whole thing works. Do
Well,
you?
I
First
mean,
off,
here's
do you
the
know?
thing.
Can I ask? And this is
Well-
legitimately a man question. Curious about this. Can you feel when there's a tampon inside of you? Like, do you know the difference when there's one inside of you when there's not?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no, because I think that's the sketchiest part is that you can put it in there and then a couple hours goes by and you forget that it's in there and you go to
Mhm.
the bathroom and then you're like, and then you try to put one in there. And also, like babies come out of there. So obviously if you stick something in there and the string isn't hanging out and you can't see the string,
It's not good.
you might forget that you actually have something inside of you.
Right. So she went a week and a
Ooh.
half.
It was like a week and a half.
And you could die from this, can't
Yes.
you? Yeah. So it's
No,
kinda,
it's
That's
bad.
a long time, man.
Good Lord.
This is
I
a
know.
long
It
time.
was bad. We were drinking a lot at that time as well. It was probably a mistake.
but okay, to go like 8 hours is one thing, but to go a week and a half, you feel like you'd be like, oh, like
Well, because it's like if you forget that it's in there and you put another one in there, it just pushes the other one up. That's what
and
happened.
and is that a common thing? So here's my question: how common is that women will insert two tampons or shove one up so far up them? This situation where it's an issue.
I've never done it, but when she did it and then I heard the story, it makes me see it kind of sounds like maybe
Took you back.
Yeah.
to
I was
that
like,
moment?
is this common?
All right,
Oh,
let me tell
wow.
you a story of when I first started having sex. So keep in mind, I'm 15 years old.
Oh my
Okay. Yeah, I
God.
was super young.
Terrible.
And this had to have been one of the first three sexual experiences, we'll say. I mean, it was early on.
I just
I
can't whenever
thought you said top three as like the best.
I know.
No,
Wait,
no.
what?
No, whenever anyone tells me that they had sex at that age, it just blows my mind because you're so awkward as a human being.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even imagine doing that at that age.
I just
Well, don't ask me.
and how old were you?
When I lost my eyes?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. How old were you? Just right now?
I think I was like 19.
It's old.
18. I was 18.
But I would say
Yeah.
probably 16, 17, 18 would probably be average. So
Yeah.
15 always felt like a little on the young end to
Because
me.
you're just so awkward.
Yeah. So this is early on. Now keep in mind, I'm growing up in the South. There is no exception for having sex. Like it's not. Maybe some other cities, it's like, oh, it's progressive. As long as like no, there was like a no, right? Like I thought I was gonna burn in hell because like Jesus told me so. So I obviously was like, hush, hush. Well, I remember that one of the first experiences, my girlfriend at the time was like, oh my God, I forgot to take my tampon out.
Ew.
And I'm pretty sure it got like shoved up inside of me.
And she's not going to say something because at that point it hurts. So she thinks it's just supposed to be hurting and you just have to take it.
I don't think that she even thought it was hurting. Maybe it was. I just know that she was like, I think I forgot to take, because listen, when you're 15, okay, now full transparency, I will not have sex on a period. I think it's absolutely disgusting. When I was
Boo!
I was going to say, you might be the only person, you might be the first or second person that said that everyone else that I know has
no
or
problem.
would.
Boo.
Yeah.
Jessica, you do. You have sex in a period.
Absolutely.
And Garage has no problem with that.
Hell no, he
Hassan,
doesn't.
you will. You'll have sex when a woman's on her period.
I have.
You have. We all have.
Bitch,
but like,
bitch in the garage took place when I was on my period.
No.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Nice.
I know.
I have before. It didn't do nothing to.
your
It
dick
didn't
fall
stop.
off.
It didn't stop. I didn't stop.
He's
It
still
didn't.
here
It didn't stop.
He's still here to tell the
I
tale.
mean,
I
Does
thought
it
that
gross? Does it gross you out? That's
yeah,
okay.
I thought that most guys wouldn't do it. Maybe again, I don't have this conversation with a bunch of dudes, but like I thought that was an issue for most guys. Now maybe I'm wrong by that. But for me, man, like there's 5 to 7 days out of the month. I'm good. It's just messy. It's messy. It's gross. Like I'm good. Like there's other holes and things that we can do that are like.
hence why you could still have sex on someone's period, because there are other holes.
Well, no,
use.
I mean vaginal. Like I mean vaginal sex. Like that's the only time I won't. I don't know. It weirds me out. Sorry, Jessica. Anyway, back to
Boo.
back to the
point. So she feels like she has a tampon stuck up in her. Now keep in mind, we're
Oh,
15.
I
Our
know.
parents
You
don't
can't
know
tell
anything. You can't
anybody.
tell anybody. So like what would you have done in that situation, Jess?
Try to reach for it.
Yeah. We literally were like shoving shit up there,
Ugh.
seeing if we could like pull that bad boy out. Because I did not want to tell my parents.
Oh God.
There's no way I want to tell my parents that happened. Now, I can tell you 24 hours or so went along, and then she realized that she didn't have one in her,
Okay.
because she was like, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital to like
Yeah,
get this
yeah,
pulled
yeah,
out because
yeah.
of toxic shock. And I was like, oh, I'm 15. I can't tell my parents I'm having sex. Like that would be like the end of the world for me.
Yeah.
Long story short, she did not. But I didn't realize after hearing that story, I would thought that I was maybe the only person that ever had to worry about that, about having sex like with a tampon still in there.
I'm sure when you're drunk, I feel like that would be a common mistake of girls accidentally putting a second tampon in if you're drinking and you're out. Totally.
If you want to call the podcast and tell us your story, because I don't know how common that is. You can always call our voicemail, 855 Kramer Jess, 855 Kramer Jess. If that happened to you, and then like, what did you do about it? That was one of 2 sex injuries that I've had. Does anybody else want to share their sex injury before I move on to story number 2? Jess, Hassan?
I never had a sex injury.
Never hurt yourself?
Not during sex.
Ever, Jessica?
Hurt myself?
Yeah.
I mean, I
had a leg cramp, but then you just gotta
as I get
working that out.
As I get older, that's a thing now. Like I get like Charlie horses now. I don't know what happens, man. That hurts so
other than
bad.
that, no, I never had like an injury.
yeah, I've never had an injury. Things have hurt,
Right.
but it wasn't like an injury.
Yeah.
Sex injury number 2 was in California. And this was like during my hoe phase, right? We talk about my hoe phase, which was right after my divorce. And I was it didn't matter, you know? Back then I probably didn't care about periods. It was just like, whoever, whatever, let's just go. So I was with this girl, y'all. And this girl was the wildest partner that I've ever had. And this was a person that introduced me to the idea of slapping. Never slapped before.
She asked?
She asked for it.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it. Like, never, to me, that was like, wow, this feels so wrong to me.
Someone asked me to choke them one time, and I was like, you sure?
Same.
They're
Couldn't
like, okay.
Couldn't do it. I mean, whatever.
It's an art to it, though. You just can't go full.
Well, that's the thing.
Tell
But
the
I
story.
wasn't
Tell the
trying.
story.
I wasn't trying. Yeah. I'm
Don't
like, I'm
tell
not
me.
gonna hurt you.
Don't tell me the moment, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me the moment.
That's
so,
true. Yeah, because you're like adrenaline's going. You're like,
So she requests, I oblige, I perform such slap, and it was like, all right, I mean, whatever, it's fine. So things are just, I mean, this is a very aggressive session, right?
Yeah.
It's just very
You're
aggressive.
just doing your best.
And I, at the end of it, the session is over now. And I said something along the lines of, I bet your next boyfriend is going to be so missionary and boring in bed or something like that. Now, she must have thought we were still playing. Like, to me, I was like, it was just more of like, I'm still in that mindset, but like, it's over. The session's over.
It's over.
She, though, decides to slap me. But she's not mad. She's still like, I think
in the mode.
She's in the mode. She's in the mode. She's doing her thing. I literally, y'all, I don't know if you know this, I had this ear condition.
Oh yeah. It set it off.
Wait,
She
what?
slapped me, and so I have this ear condition called hyperacusis, where I have hypersensitivity to sound.
Oh my god! So that's why
Literally,
all that shit happened.
no, not. This was like 3 or 4 months after it started to heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally
And it,
slapped me
flared up
so
again.
hard, I had to it flared up again. Had to go back to the fucking hearing doctor.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What happened?" And I was like,
I hit my head.
I literally had to be like, we were just playing around. A friend of mine, try to make it a male friend. I was like, buddy, we're just playing around, slap fighting, and he slapped me.
Yeah.
Dang.
That sucks.
Twice.
I remember that
Ooh.
too. Now I know the backstory.
Yep.
Mm.
So that's it.
He's like,
Oh,
now
yeah.
I know why, because he got
That's
slapped
why.
in the
Got
face.
slapped. Can't get that aggressive. Not an aggressive guy.
Yeah.
I don't find it fun.
But also,
See,
I mean,
that's why I don't slap faces. I slap butts.
but I mean, yeah, that's nice.
That's
but
part of the show.
other than that, though, it's kind of shitty because she asked you to slap her.
That's
You
what I'm
didn't
saying.
ask her to slap you.
right. That's
what I'm
messed
saying.
up.
Like,
Yeah, I'll
wasn't-
say that's messed up too.
Wasn't a thing. Well, anyway, I'm glad we could all share our embarrassing sex injuries. Thanks, guys. That's does
We
not
got
make
you.
me feel awkward. Okay, so Jess is thinking about unfriending her or unfollowing, muting her family on social media, but is
Yeah.
it worth it? The reason why, right after this. Okay, why are you thinking about unfriending your
Muting Michael and Laura.
Yeah.
She said names.
Yeah.
because they're in Tahoe right now, and like this, now every year my family does this like Tahoe trip. The first, and maybe it's a little sensitive to me because the first time they did this Tahoe trip, they didn't invite me.
Mhm.
I was living in San Diego, and I found out that like my whole family was there from Instagram. Well, my whole family's
So
like
you
posting
didn't-
from Tahoe, right? This is the first year that they all went.
You didn't know this was happening.
I didn't even know. I'm like, yo, like I
Did you
get
know-
that
wait,
I'm.
Did you know your parents were gonna go?
No, that's the thing.
No
like
idea.
my parents are there, like some of my like aunt and uncles are there, like my grandma's there, all this kind of shit. And I get at the time, like I think I was in school, I was like working multiple jobs, but at least like let me know, because if there was a way I could have figured it out, I would have loved to be there. So I see them doing this shit on social media. I was pissed, and I already started an uproar about that.
What does that mean?
I mean, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
what does what the fuck mean? Do you respond back to?
No, yeah, I basically screen recorded it, and I posted it on my own social media while I did a commentary of being pissed that my parents.
Where did I miss this? Did you pull it down?
This was like a long time ago.
Okay.
This is like years ago. I literally,
okay.
I like posted, I basically posted a diss video about my family on my Instagram
Okay.
being pissed that they did
It's
this.
growth.
Got
That's
you.
growth. Yeah, it's a mature thing to do.
Yeah. And then and then year 2, they actually let me know about this. So I went with them. Okay. And obviously now we're here. It's whatever. I can't go. It's fine. But I am a little upset and annoyed that they are in Tahoe right now instead of making any effort to come out here and see me.
Let me actually put some sad music on for this, because this honestly is a smidge traumatic.
A smidge traumatic. Especially when I've like dropped comments here and there, like, you guys can come here. You guys haven't been here in a while.
When's the last time your family came to visit you in Maryland?
When we moved here.
Oh, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Almost literally, and they were here within like the first.
Yeah, 3
couple of
months after
weeks.
my mom came through, got me a vacuum. Thanks, girl. But also, it'd be nice if you came back again,
Oh, here come the tears.
you know? And what kind of pissed me off, too, is like last week I like had kind of a breakdown, and I'm talking to my parents, and, they're like, yeah, and don't worry, Jess. Like, if you need us, like, we'll come there. And I'm like, I've literally been saying, like, y'all should come through. And every time I say that, you guys could always come here. They like laugh, but don't like respond. And
Like,
I get,
yeah.
I don't like that.
and I get that
I don't like
Maryland,
that.
Maryland's not Tahoe, Maryland's not San Diego, but like I also don't want to tell you to like come here.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they took it upon themselves to like want to come out here to see us and shit like that.
So what would the muting do?
I don't want to see them on vacation having fun.
Do it.
Because yesterday I saw them standing on the sand in front of a sunset, looking all happy and stuff. And I was like, fuck you guys. As it's like raining, pouring rain here.
You're staring at the
I was
rain.
like, fuck you guys.
Okay, so
It's kind of annoying. And I love that they're living their best life because they truly are. But it would just be nice if they came out here. Because I feel like, and this is like some side shit. Like a lot of my friends have been hitting me up about like some bullshit. And I feel like because I'm the friend that like talks to people about their stuff,
yeah,
it's never me that like they're checking on.
Yeah.
And I feel like my parents assume that about me. Like Jessica's cool.
because you're not
She's got
causing
it.
issues.
Because I'm not calling you crying all the time
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm not fucking sad. I
How-
just don't need
Mhm.
I'm just not gonna call you crying every fucking day because like, you know, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I cry to everyone else, not you. I cry on the radio instead in podcasts.
Yeah.
Well,
Therapeutic.
in your mind, what would the right amount of times? How often would you think would be fair for your parents to visit you? We'll just say every year. How many times? Once a year?
Once a year.
I think that'd be fair.
I think that's totally
my mom
fair.
tries to make 2 trips, but my mom's retired, so she's got a little more extra time.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Why do you think they're not visiting?
I think because it's not glamorous.
But there's stuff to do here.
Yeah, but I think they're snobby. I think that like they
Go
want
to DC.
Well,
That's snobby.
I think that they don't want to be on a plane for over 6 hours unless their ass is going to Hawaii. That's what I think.
Wow. How does that make you feel?
A little annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they hate you?
I don't want to say they're snobby. I just think they're like bougie now. They're like bougie.
They just want to go to like the hot destinations. But they're, if I get time off,
If I get time off,
I don't want to go visit Jess.
yeah. And probably because they're like, I don't want to deal with the humidity. I don't want to like, okay, but still.
No, I'm like honestly, I'm like a little upset for you.
No, I'm
It's
like,
I'm feeling
I'm
like
actually
a little
sad.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Yeah.
a little sad.
This is like a genuine sad thing. For
Have
me.
you talked to them about this? Have you had like honest conversations with like, hey, like, come on, guys.
No,
I kind
because
of feel left out.
I think I'm being extra salty right now because I have dropped comments like, you guys can come here. You guys should come here. Like, hello.
But never have you said, hey, listen, this bothers me.
No,
Do you feel like you should?
I don't know.
I mean, first off, we all can agree that would be the mature thing to do, right? Yes, by having like an honest conversation. But
Yeah.
listen, like I feel like you should. I would like if you guys. I feel like a little, whatever the word is, like
I guess, but yes and no. But like when you say stuff, even if it's in jest, but I'm like, when are you guys coming through? Like, when are you guys coming here?
yeah. But
And then they like
clear.
skip over the comment. We continue to other conversations. Like, I'm only gonna say that shit so many times because even
yeah.
because I'm saying it, I'm like, you guys could come here. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be all, our vacation's coming up soon. Like, it'd be cool if you guys came here. Like shit
Right.
like that.
Well,
I
like-
am saying shit like that.
Well, but you're busy in Tahoe, darling. There's no way.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
So 2 things. Number 1, do we feel like it's bad if Jess were to mute her family while they're on vacation? I'll start.
no,
I don't think
Oh.
it is. Okay.
Oh, I was about to say this too, but he was like, I'll start. I was like, oh, no, I came out my phone.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
No.
why?
No, I think, I mean, I think that's just like self-preservation. Like you don't want to, it's a sore spot for you.
Yeah,
And so for you to, this is the one, it's honest to God that I swear to y'all, the second this job is over, I'm off social media. I'm so sick of it.
yeah.
Like
Same.
it's like
It depresses me.
it does. Well, it just can really
It can make me depressed.
make you feel certain ways,
Yeah.
like you shouldn't, our brains aren't wired to like see all this stuff all the time. And so it's like
Mhm.
overwhelming. So to like open up Instagram and then just to see unbeknownst what's going to pop up when you open the app, who knows? It could be the best thing you ever saw, the worst thing you ever saw. And with this, it's extremely triggering. So I don't think it's bad for you to unfollow them until you get back home. But with that said, I do think you need to be the more mature person and have a conversation.
I'm
about it.
always the more fucking mature person. That's another. I'm kind of sick of it. I kind of want to be the villain, to be honest. I like have never had my villain moment, and I'm kind of getting to my limit of needing to be Jessica, call your grandparents. Jessica, talk to your sister. Jessica, your dad. Jessica, your mom. Like,
So
a little bit.
do you feel like that thing? Is it fair to say if you don't say anything, it's also not fair for things to change because maybe they don't even realize it. Maybe they feel, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like maybe they feel like Jess doesn't want us there. maybe they feel
No,
like
they don't feel like that.
I don't
They
know.
definitely shouldn't feel like that if she says she constantly brings
If
it
I'm
up.
like,
Even
hey,
if she brings it up in a joking way, she's still bringing it up. Hey, come here.
So does she say
So-
something to in your opinion, should she say something to him?
I don't. Yes and no, because I really can't talk because I have blocked and mute my family group messages.
Yeah, my
and
dad. I think my
so
dad's still muted.
Is
on
he
my
still?
phone. I
You
think
should
he
unmute
is.
him. You should unmute
I
him.
mute him on group chats, all that stuff. Because honestly, they be waking up early in the morning. And I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
So I can't talk too much. But on certain situations, like, hey, but my father, when I was at college in West Virginia, my father was like, hey, what are you doing this week? I'm like, I'm working. He was like, well, I planned on coming up there. Is there a different way? Is there a different week I could come? I was like, yeah, come this weekend instead. So if that works, if they did that, I feel like it'll be different. But the fact that you still in a joking way say, hey, you should guys to come here, and they just laugh it off, and I'm like, but why don't y'all want to come?
Like you said it
I feel like
in
if
a
you ask
roundabout
that,
way.
like still in a first started off as the joke, but then switch it up like, but really, why don't y'all want to come?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Then bring it up that way. But I feel like once you mute them while they're on vacation, then unmute them. I wouldn't bring it up until after they were like, hey, we want to go on another trip. You want to come with us? Yeah, y'all should come to the DC area or come to Baltimore area.
No, after that, it's too late at that point.
Yeah.
No,
At
I'm
that
just saying
point, it's too
no.
late.
No, I'm saying it's too late
Because
but,
I feel like
move it
they-
as a separate thing. Like
When they get back from vacation.
I feel like
Right.
I feel like when they
Just
get
leave it
back,
over.
when they tell me how amazing their
Yeah.
trip was.
I think
Yes,
I think you
that's
can
what I'm
just have
saying.
the conversation. But hey, listen, like this is something that's kind of bothering me, and
Yeah.
it sucks. Like I don't know, I feel bummed out about this. I really do. Like I genuinely feel sad because Jess's family. Like this is honest to God. Real ass conversation for a second. One of the things about if we were going to renew our contracts here was like Jess getting more family time. So I know how important it is to you. And
Yeah.
I just wish that like for you to come forward and be like, this is an absolute priority for me.
Yeah.
And then for it not to feel like it's matched, like maybe one for one, like you go out there once, they come out here once or whatever.
Right.
Again, I don't know the full situation, but I think at least it's worth
A conversation.
having a conversation. God forbid we just talk about our feelings. We can do it fine on the podcast.
No.
We should call them right now
No.
on their vacation.
And ruin their vacation.
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
Why not wake them up?
They're in their canoe just around the river bend. Sorry, Pocahontas. Wake the fuck up. Are you kidding? It's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Great, wake them up.
Oh, man. You know I want to, but we won't today.
No, we won't.
All right, that's it for today. Thank you for listening to Kramer and Jess Uncensored. I do want to know, we were asking the question about...
Hassan,
No,
What
did
about
they respond?
we were asking about why you'd listen to...
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Uncensored?
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, wait. It's because I hear all the... we're asking, at the very beginning of the
Oh, true.
podcast,
Okay.
why is it that you listen to... Because only 25% of people listen to this... listen to Uncensored. I'm like, damn, y'all, we got to get these podcast numbers up. This show kills it. On demand, it's okay. It's getting there. But also, we've had 5-7 years to build this show, more or less.
No, that's true.
A lot of you guys came over from the other podcast,
Yeah.
so that's fair. Basically, Amber said from our YouTube show, it's because I hear the on-demand stuff live on the radio.
Thank you, Amber.
Megan says I listen to you live every day, so I don't need the uncensored.
Ooh.
I think she means she doesn't need the on-demand.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Okay.
That's Megan. And then Mike says I work from home, so I just get the YouTube alerts.
Oh,
So when we hop on here,
cool.
Mike. Man, we appreciate being a part of your life, dude.
That's nice.
All right, well, we have another podcast you may not know about called Kramer and Jess On Demand. It's a daily podcast. Honest to God, I like daily podcasts because it's always something to listen to, something fresh every day when you open your podcast app. So you can check it out. It's Kramer and Jess On Demand. As for us, many ways you can find us. Jessica, how do we find you?
Just do it. JESSDUITT on social and my podcast Low Key.
Got a lot of Hassan love on the podcast too today after his famous comment of I slap butts, not faces. So that will be the name of this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, you made it. Congrats.
Yes.
How do we find you,
That was
Hassan?
the
You're a
dream.
great new addition to our show.
You can follow me everywhere on social media at StanWillie2, STAN. Why are you
wrong?
mad about that?
We're
Why are you
rebranding it. We're
No,
rebranding
no.
it. We're rebranding it.
Do you want to
How
know the
would I-
reason why?
No, you've told us every time, but
No,
it
I
still doesn't
haven't.
make logical sense. Yeah, because your Stan,
No,
your
no,
last name is
It's
Stan.
But the main reason why is because I was working at a country radio station, and Hassan is not really American, so I
No
did
way.
Stan Willie.
Tell me that's true.
So they,
Yeah,
so
I
they
really was
already,
work- I-
so So they already changed him once. Now the white man want to change him again.
Thank you.
Back off.
Thank you.
Your name is gonna be Michael.
Yeah, back off.
So I was like, you know, I'm just
Wow.
Hey,
Hey,
I was working at a country station.
What was the name of the station? What was like what they call it? Like we call it Mix 1065. What do they call the station?
97. 97.9 WKKW.
97.9 WKKW. Hey, it's
Literally,
Stan.
that's what it
Hey, it's
was.
Stan Willie over here with all of your American favorite hits. That's right. I'm white and I love country music.
Yeah.
I did. They knew I was black.
Well, that's
They knew I was black.
Well-
they just didn't know my legal name.
my old producer / now he hosts his own show, Miguel.
Yes.
When he first started in radio, we called him Spanish Michael, which made literally no sense. But we
Yeah,
didn't.
why?
They didn't
That's
want to.
so
They didn't want to
wrong.
use Miguel. I forget, but it said some kind of racial something. It felt really inappropriate. I don't know what it was. Anyway, back from the Stone Age. So what is? So it's Stan Willie, WILIE
Yes, too.
2.
Yeah.
At. Oh no, not at. No, you
That's
don't-
everything.
Yeah. And then I'm that guy Kramer, and you can get me at that guy Kramer. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you next week at the best. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.